Loki season 1. I like the show. I like the world building. I like the supporting characters. The main problem I have was with the two main characters, Loki and Sylvie.
I like Sylvie.
Why?
Personally, I think her arc was really good. I feel like if you look at it, she barely got any place to call her own. 1 minute she's got plugged from that. Now she's a time variant. Plugged from that. Now she's running on the run all the time. Who doesn't want somebody like that? And you have to be able to be really cunning and strong to escape the time variant.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but I wish they would have build up Sylvie some more. Because honestly, when I watch the show and they try to put her as like this powerful Loki and yeah, I don't believe it. I do not believe it. Like, okay, you snatch from a child. How can a child, I guess a child could steal a TemPad from an officer and then she can escape, but you can't find a child? You can't, I think they let her go. Either they let her go or something, or I'm like, you can't find a child, and like, you know, this is the child who, maybe they didn't know. Maybe, yeah,
okay,
they didn't know who did it.
Let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go back. They were chasing Lokis.
Yeah.
She's a Loki. So they're trying to get all the Lokis off of the timeline. So she escaped because she had a power, right? I don't know if she had it before or after, but she has a power. So she escaped. So I'm like this. I love the fact that she can be able to go there, fight them, use her power against them, because all the other Lokis, they get locked up in some mystery land someplace with some big monster trying to eat them. Oh, like, come on, like, let's give Sylvie a chance. If you want to kick somebody, let's kick Loki himself. His character wasn't that good.
Okay, so I have to agree with one of my favorite YouTube channels, the Geek Beacon, when they said the way Loki is going after Sylvie, it's like really like doing a disservice to his character. Cause I'm like, you're supposed to be Loki. You're Loki, like the god of mischief. You know, like the trickster. This woman comes around and all of a sudden, you know, you just, you know, act like you're what's that guy from Family Matters? You're Steve Urkel or something like that. Like, I don't think it's believable that he will do that, because thousands of years he's been fighting. Thousands of years he's been fighting in Asgard with Thor and Odin and stuff like that. All of a sudden he's just gonna and plus he had his mother. That's another thing too. He didn't change for his mother, but he changed for Sylvie. His mother was like the reason. Like, remember in the first episode when he saw the video of his life, and then he found out, you know, he was one of the reasons why his mother died. It really hurt him, and his mother was the only one who was actually there for him, who made him feel like he was.
Quick question: was his mother his real mother?
No, it wasn't his real mother.
Okay then. He always knew he was different.
But
after he reached like, I think like teenage years, he knew he was different. Listen, kick Loki because the writing painted him that way, where he went down the lover's lane. But think about it. Here's a Loki here. She's a Loki.
Yes.
You can see the other side of yourself. That's big enough. It's not like he's fighting against some other great hero or some other stuff. He's not fighting against Iron Man and Thor. This is himself. It's another side of himself that he has not seen. Like, she gave him something. She gave him a whole different dimension when it comes to this.
Okay, I know Loki's on Disney Plus, and you know, Disney movies, everybody fall in love so quickly. But you met Sylvie. You spend, I don't know, probably a day or a couple of days with her on Lamentis, where they got stuck, and all of a sudden you fall in love with her, and then they kiss, and it caused like a you know, a structure or something happened to the timeline and stuff like that, a break in the timeline. I'm just like, It's not believable knowing Loki a trickster. You know what I mean? How can he fall in love with Sylvie
So here's
quick?
the thing.
And
Here's
how
the
is
thing.
he trusting of
I
Sylvie?
agree with you. The writing put him in that direction. But look at the writing. Even the writing, we don't agree. Okay, we don't agree that he should have went down in Lover's Lane. But at the same time, the writing was still good enough because at the end of the season, we love Loki. We love Loki. We love the fact that he stayed with her on that planet. He stayed with her on that planet.
Yeah,
When it was like all the rocks was falling and whatnot.
I mean, he didn't have a choice. They were stuck.
He didn't have a choice, but you know, he wanted to console her.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to understand that Loki is finding something in himself. The way the character was written is that he found another version of himself that he has never seen. Let's kick it up, right?
Yeah.
Look at Loki time arc. Look at where he come from. He had father issues, he had mother issues, and he had, what do you call it?
Did he really have mother issues?
Yeah.
What's his mother issues he have?
Where's his real mother?
And not, but the
Where's
mother,
his real father?
It's like no, it's the opposite of Game of Thrones. Remember how I forgot his name, but the bastard child.
Yeah.
It's not like he grew up as a prince. They didn't treat him so bad, but I feel like they didn't treat him like Thor. But he wasn't treated so bad, and plus his mom was one of the only people that made him feel like he belonged.
But
That's why he had such love for
she
her.
still wasn't his mother.
I guess so,
Right?
yeah.
I remember. Now, let's look at it. So now he has father issues.
Yeah.
He has mom issues. Now you can find someone who also have those same issues.
But she don't.
But she kind of do. Because who's her father? Who's her mother?
But she was told from an early age, well, she didn't have a mother. She was told from an early age that she was adopted.
But you have a mother,
Yeah.
right? She also have like, but you remember, she fled and she fought. He didn't fought. He stood around and took the beating as being second place.
What you mean she stayed around? How can she stay
He
around?
stayed around. I'm
The
talking about
TVA
Loki.
I know, but the TVA abducted her when she was like 9 years
That's
old.
what I'm saying.
So how can she fled?
So she fled because she found a way out. Remember,
She didn't find a way out. The TVA took her.
But how did she escape the TVA?
Okay, I see where you're coming from, but okay, I see where you're coming from.
How did she escape the TVA?
She stole Renslayer's tempad.
Okay, so she stole the tempad. She got out. What did Loki ever do?
He tried to do the same thing.
But he stayed in Asgard for so many years, seeding.
I mean, he did leave a couple of times and try to.
But
take
he
over.
stayed, and at the end of the day, all he wanted was from Odysseus to acknowledge him and say, you know what, you're number one. He wanted to be number one so bad.
He did.
And so he stayed when he wanted to flee. He wanted to run.
But he did. In Thor 1, when he found out he was adopted, he left. He left.
And what did he do?
He stood over it for a couple of times. They tried to destroy.
What did he do?
Asgard.
He got the Tesseract, right? Where he got that in that one movie. He got Tesseract.
Yeah.
All his things was take Asgard. Everything goes back to
I think he
take
was.
Asgard. No, he wanted 9
He wanted
realms.
to save Asgard. He wanted to beat the Frost Giants or whoever.
Right.
And save
But
one of them.
he
I'm not
wanted
sure.
the 9 realms, right?
Yeah, he wanted to prove that he was a hero so bad.
Right. But he still wanted Asgard. So the one thing that he know he's not, he wanted so bad. Here's Sylvie. She knew who she know who she is, right?
Mm-hmm.
She know that I am never gonna find a place here. I'm always going to fight. He never fought
But do we know
until
that?
he never fought. We know because she stole the tempad and escaped.
But do we know that Asha? She was a
He
child.
never fought. He never fought until he got older, and all his fighting was temper tantrums.
I guess what you're saying.
And her fight was, I'm on a mission to take down the TVA. God damn it! I'm on a mission to beat Kang. I want to find out who was these imposters, those robots in disguise.
True. Okay, I see your point. I still think they could have wrote Sylvie better. And here's the thing too about Sylvie, right? I felt like, I know they said, I was watching the interview with her, and they were saying that, like, you know, Sylvie character, they didn't want to make her like Loki. They wanted to make her her own person.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah, but I just felt like, here's the thing. I felt like if she was more like Hela, you know Hela, my favorite Marvel movie, Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You know Hela, the sister of Thor and Loki. If she was more like Hela,
right,
I would have been like, man. And if Loki fell in love with a character like Hela, if she acted like Hela, I would have been like, yeah. But Sylvie comes off as like annoying. There's a difference between like you coming off as, you know, arrogant, but it's still cool, like Iron Man or Loki and stuff like that. But she comes off as, oh my god, her again. She about to talk again. Like, she comes off to me as like annoying,
But Loki would be annoying. But the only thing that he had going for him is that he go up against all the big guys.
I don't think so, because when I was watching the Thor movies, the Lord of Mischief, he was like probably annoying to the characters, but us watching, it was entertaining. For example, like the Joker, he's probably annoying to Batman and them, but when we watch it, it's like, yes. But when I watch what's her face, Sylvie, it's like annoying.
Let me say this, right? You know what Loki is like?
What?
Right? Loki is like Vegeta. I'm the Prince of all Saiyans. But you're always number 2.
True. Oh.
You're always number 2. No matter what happened, you know you're number. You know. Look at all them other Lokis. All of them. The black one, the alligator, the little kid, the blah blah blah. Name them in. They all know they're coming second to Thor. What's every single one of them talk about what? Thor.
Yeah, like the whole thing about Kid Loki.
Thor.
The reason why Kid Loki was the king of the Lokis was in his timeline he actually killed Loki.
Thor.
Sorry.
Right.
He actually killed Thor.
Exactly. What is Sylvie's?
She wouldn't take down TVA. We never hear anything about her Thor like that.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
His own is temper tantrums.
Yeah.
Because even when he wanted to kill Odin's son and Thor,
he's Odin's son.
He's still.
What do you mean Odin's son? He's Odin's son.
You know, Odin's son is Odin's son.
You mean Odin? I do the same thing. I'm like Odin's son. Odin's
son.
Yeah, go ahead.
I say that. You know, when Odin, he's still weird. I feel like Loki wanted to be accepted by Asgard and the members and whatnot. He knew he never really did.
Yeah.
And here's a girl who knew. Who knew?
Yeah, who she was.
Who knew she wasn't
kin.
She
wasn't blood.
She wasn't accepted by anybody.
How you know that?
Because all her life she had to run. She had no place to stay. So when you have no place,
you talking about overall, or you talking about her at Asgard?
But think about it. When she was a young kid.
Yeah.
She's taken from Asgard.
She was a princess.
She escaped.
Yeah.
She said, every time I try to go someplace, here they go. I have to leave.
Yeah.
Here they go. I have to leave. So you never feel like you're in one place.
True.
But after a while, she embraced that, right? So, but Loki never embraced that. He knew he didn't belong.
So you think
then,
he's embracing?
Let's talk about Loki, right? For a minute. Then in one version, if I remember correctly, that he was supposed to be like son of the Frost Giants.
Maybe the comic books.
I remember something like that. He was supposed, in one version, he's supposed to be son of the Frost Giants.
I mean, he is son of the Frost Giants, technically.
Right.
He's a Frost Giant.
And who did the Frost Giants beef with? Asgard.
Yeah.
And what did Loki did? He went and he helped them. Open back doors and channels to help them get in. Why? So he can be what?
He could feel like he's somebody.
You want to be where Odin is, where Thor is, the king of Asgard.
I think that happened. I could be wrong, but I think that happened in Thor 1, where he was teaming up with them, and then he was gonna betray them, and then try to act like he was the savior of Asgard.
Right.
Yeah.
But Sylvie, she know I don't belong nowhere. But she has an enemy that
TVA.
boom.
Yeah.
It's like almost like what she has to do is righteous, and what he had to do was almost petty.
Yeah, selfish.
Because no matter how much he tried, all he wanted was acceptance and love. And even though they tried to show it to him, he didn't feel it was enough.
I mean, think about it. Like, you lied to me my whole life. Like, I remember one of my favorite scenes from Thor, the first Thor movie, is when he was just like, how can you would never make me the king of Asgard, because I am the one that you guys talk about and as nightmares and kids' dreams and stuff like that. Something like that.
Right.
I was just like, yo, that is true. This is like, you know, you talk about his kind, like their nightmares, like supposed to be nightmares for kids and stuff like that.
I think about this too. Remember, there's one time in, I think it's a movie or something.
Which one?
There was like relics in Odin's palace.
Yeah.
That you're not supposed to go to.
Yeah.
And remember, he went there as a kid or something like that.
I remember that.
And then Odin had to spank him. I could be wrong.
Maybe in the comics.
But let me say this. My point is this. What? This is just my thing. I feel as though Loki likes Sylvie because she had a righteous agenda to go and do something. And he didn't have any. All his agenda was around one thing. Yeah. And he knew he couldn't get it done. So he felt like a failure. So he saw something that he can do. And he chose to help her. How you fall in love with yourself? I don't know. But hell, it happens. Then Narcissus fall in love with himself when he went to the water and he looked in the water, and then he was like, wow.
I think that's Greek mythology of what the word narcissist come from, stories.
Yeah, I remember.
What do you think about Kang?
I love Kang.
I like the one who remains.
Yeah.
I liked it. I like the way it ended. Like I said, the last episode 6 was the best episode of Loki.
Yeah.
It definitely was. I think my favorite episode is episode 1 to 5. Episode 4 was pretty good too.
Yeah. I like the story arc. Mm-hmm. I like them introducing Kang, which going to be leading to Galactus, which might include Silver Surfer.
It might include the Fantastic Four.
And the Fantastic Four. Hopefully they do a good Fantastic Four. There has never been a good Fantastic Four movie.
I wouldn't say that. Listen, the one with Michael B. Jordan, but the one I grew up with Jessica Alba, I don't know if it's nostalgia, but remember when Captain America, the guy who played Captain America was Flame On, what's his name? Firestorm, what's his name? The fire guy.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good movie, especially me as a child.
It was okay. I don't believe it was a great movie. Like it's like, you know, nobody goes, yeah, remember the Fantastic Four movie?
You know what I think? I think we're comparing the superhero movies we see now. Because, you know, the superheroes we see now is like all over the place. But back then, probably like 2004, when I was a kid, the only movie that was out was like Superman, maybe a Batman. But Fantastic Four was a big deal.
Let me tell you something.
To me, that was a big deal.
Let me tell you something. I remember watching the movies from Christopher Reeve, Superman. Mm-hmm. That's old, right? Mm-hmm. That's mad old. But that jump was fire. Because here you have Superman flying, right?
Yeah.
Flying. That was fire to me. Even like the Batman movies or whatever. That's what I'm saying. There were movies that came before it. Let's talk about it. Like Spawn. Mm-hmm. Spawn came before that.
Yeah.
Blade movie people forgot came before that, and that helped. So I think I can't wait to see what's gonna come next in the superhero realm.
So overall, out of a 1 to 10, what would you give the show?
I give it a good 7.5.
7.5. I would give it a good 7. It was entertaining. I enjoyed everything around it, the community that was made around Loki every Wednesday.
Right. All the Lokis and whatnot.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm staying up until 2:00 in the morning to watch the
I ain't doing that.
To me, it was fun having people watch it. Okay, well, what do you guys think? Do you agree with him or do you agree with me? Do you like Sylvie? Do you not like Sylvie? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what we got. All right. Okay. Bye.